Dave Birkett thinks the Lions could be active in 2022 free agency. Here coming up a lot compared to last year. Should the Detroit Lions look to sign a veteran quarterback to back up Jared Goff? The Lions, could they be hosting the 2024 NFL Draft? And a big turnaround, is that going to happen for the Lions in 2022? But before we get into this video, if you think it's a real smart idea to go to Elm Street and mass up on sleeping pills so you can have a good dream, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get sliced and diced. Also, make sure you get that like button all sorts of drugged up and let that bad boy pass out. Let's get into today's Lions news and rumors.
It's LeGarrette Blunt here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Hey, Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
A couple of legacy outlets, at least the analysts there, think that the Detroit Lions could make a significant jump regarding the win-loss record in 2022 compared to what we did last year. Last year, 3-win football teams, not a whole lot of good right there, but they think the Lions could make that jump where we're talking about getting close to the playoffs. My think about this, I really don't want to jump the gun, folks. I don't want to say the Detroit Lions are going to be a playoff team, anything of that caliber. I just want to be able to win the next game. This team has second year of the rebuild mode. We're going to get a lot of good draft picks, hopefully, a lot of players that can help this team out. We get some good quality free agency and just move forward. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to stay in the NFC North. It just sounds like it. We're still competing with a lot of good teams in our division, and the NFC is stacked. I do believe the schedule is easier. I think the Lions will have a much better record, but I'm not jumping the gun on saying playoffs there. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Give me a record prediction for the Detroit Lions in 2022. Do you think the Lions, if I have a winning record, put it in there. If you think they're 8 wins, 7 wins, 10 wins, let me know in the comment section. It's going to be the pinned comment of this video, the record prediction. Also, we got the Detroit Lions are one of 3 teams to host the 2024 NFL Draft in Detroit. What do I think about this? Absolutely awesome. I really hope that this is the case. The Detroit Lions could have so many positive outcomes if they get to host the draft. First off, locally, fiscally, it's going to be good for local businesses. They're going to make a lot of money, and that's always good for the city of Detroit and obviously these entrepreneurs over there that have those small businesses. Secondly, we need to have positive media coverage. Hosting an NFL draft, you're going to get a lot of coverage. Let's talk about the draft. It's a big part of the NFL. I'm not saying it's as big as the Super Bowl, but it's pretty freaking big. They put on a big show, and they have 3 days in Detroit where you're getting a lot of live coverage, and before coming up to Detroit, you're going to get a lot of analysts there talking good. It's a feel-good media perspective for the Detroit Lions organization and the city. And for me personally, I've been to an NFL draft. It's absolutely out-freaking-standing. To have one in the backyard would be amazing. I would definitely go to the draft. I would definitely do a live watch party with the fellas there in Detroit at the draft. It'd be fun to get an up-close in person with players, with personnel. A great way to interact with the community. I think it'd be fan-freaking-tastic. But you want to know what's also interesting? PrideOfDetroit did an article today talking about quarterbacks the Detroit Lions could look to sign in free agency. They gave 5 quarterbacks here. Marcus Mariota was on this list. First off, you know me, I always been rooting for Marcus Mariota to become a Detroit Lion. I think he'd be a solid backup, dual threat ability. We're talking about a guy to come in on specific plays, But if Jared Goff goes down, he would be a much better quarterback than Tim Boyle was. No doubt about it. The Lions don't believe in David Blough, and I think he would be solid. Blaine Gabbert, he is actually the quarterback right now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. When Tom Brady left, he is inserted in there. I don't think the Detroit Lions are going to get a Blaine Gabbert. I think he'll probably stay in Tampa. Not saying he's going to be the starter. I'm sure they're probably looking for a more competent quarterback, but I think he stays there. Trevor Siemian, I'm not a big fan of Trevor Siemian here, folks. I would not like to have him here in Detroit. Is he better than Tim Boyle? Yeah, but in my opinion, you could probably draft a quarterback in the 5th, 6th round that could do better than Trevor Siemian. David Blough, I don't think he's going to be back. And if he is, it'd kind of be much of a shocker. Why? Because obviously the coaching staff did not appreciate him. Tim Boyle kept getting the starts over him. David Blough was not a guy who I think the Lions would look at. Josh Rosen, I actually think this would be a solid quarterback for the Detroit Lions. He's still young. Obviously, he's a first-round pick. He actually did good and rejuvenated himself over there in the Atlanta Falcons. It'd be a better solution to Tim Boyle and David Blough. But there's a couple interesting quarterbacks I would like to target as well. How about Mitchell Trubisky of the Buffalo Bills, former Chicago Bears quarterback? I think he'd be a solid addition to the Lions as a backup, dual-threat quarterback. Still young, big body. I think he'd be good in a backup role for the Detroit Lions. I think that's something they could look at. And, you know, a Jameis Winston as a backup. I don't know if he is going to be taking a backup type of money. Maybe he stays over there with the Saints, but obviously the connections to our staff and Dan Campbell, and I think that could be an interesting move for the Detroit Lions there. But what do you guys think? Should the Detroit Lions sign a free agent quarterback? Let me know in the comment section below. Comment. Put a name in there if you want to go rough, but simply just put Y for yes, N for no. Should the Detroit Lions sign a free agent quarterback? Now, Dave Birkett of the Free Press, and like I said, of all the beat writers, he's probably the best one in my opinion up there, and he thinks the Detroit Lions are going to be much more active this upcoming free agency here in a couple weeks, and I concur with this assessment. First off, if you look at the financial ramifications we have this year compared to last year, much better position. When Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell took over, it was really bad from the regime of Quinn Trisha. We couldn't really get rid of players that were big contracts like a Trey Flowers. This year, it's different. We got $25 million right now. You cut Trey Flowers, you can save around $10 to $15 million just depending on the time you cut him. You can redo the contract of Big V to save a little bit of money. Other players you can cut, like Will Harris. The Lions are in much better position, being year 2 of a rebuild, to acquire free agents than a year 1. I think a lot of people knew the Lions were going to be absolutely terrible last year. I think it's a little bit different persona. Dan Campbell and this coaching staff is well liked, I think, by many players. It's still, obviously, it's Detroit. It's hard to get free agents, but it'd be better, in my opinion, this year than it would be last year for the Detroit Lions. And again, you can look at a Marcus Williams. The Lions signed him. I think that is going to be a massive target. Look at wide receivers. Christian Kirk was considered a target and is, per rumors, to sign with the Detroit Lions. There's other receivers out there. Michael Gallup could be on the list, even though he's injured. There's other safeties as well. I think this is going to be an interesting free agent period, and it's going to be definitely a little bit better than we've seen last year, and I think that's good. Now, I don't want the Detroit Lions to go insane, sign everybody, and go free agent nuts, but to get selected free agents to help this team out, I don't think that's a big issue for the Detroit Lions. We got a press conference coming up for Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes today, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Obviously, it's the NFL Combine, and that's what they're going to talk about. What do you want to hear? What do I want to hear? When it comes to free agency, I really don't want them to really talk about anything. If they're asked about this, be silent upon it. Don't give anything away. When it comes to the NFL draft, the same. Don't give it away. Don't say, yeah, we want this player. We don't. I don't think that's going to happen. They're not idiots. But say, hey, be honest. We do need help, and in many parts of this roster. We do need help at getting better in the back end. We do need help getting after the quarterback. And say yes, we do need to look at quarterbacks as well. Even if you're not going to select a quarterback in this year's draft, to just simply not give anything away and be predictable is not a good move. If you look at what Bob Quinn did, no, we're not going to look at a quarterback. You basically just gave up any possibility of a trade scenario, so definitely don't do that, in my opinion. Be a guy who's playing poker. Don't let anything out, but also let stuff out that is obviously 100% that we know is going to be there for the Detroit Lions. But what is also you could let out is downloading the Lions Nation Unite app. Very good app. It is something that the Detroit Lions fans can have a way to express themselves. We're talking about, talking all things Detroit Lions. I drop content on there every single day. Well, 6 days a week, almost every single day. You can follow me on there at MicroMike. There's giveaways done by Herman Moore, and it's just a awesome social media application to use to really give back to the fan base. You can also follow them on Twitter, Lions Nation U, and their YouTube channel, Lions Nation Unite. Folks, in the upcoming videos, we definitely got some good ones. Tomorrow, got a video dropping. Get ready for that. Made the video yesterday. It's a good video. Can't wait for it to come out. Also, we got the live show. It's the One Pride podcast every single Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where you got questions. I do have some answers and myself on the panel. Next week, we're going to have a special guest on from Chat Sports. Going to be fun, so you want to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest news and rumors. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Lions Nation Unite, and Facebook. With that said, folks, I will see you on the next video.